At the offices of the MHSAA, you won't always find Executive Director Mark Ewell sitting behind a desk.
I think I read in the T-shirt once that without officials, it would just be recess.
It's a great call by Mark Ewell, who is in the perfect spot, just staring right down at it. I mean, that's as close as it gets.
In 2008, I was a hero around here because I was the guy in charge when we hit an all-time record high of officials. That was about 12,600 officials in our state, all sports. Last school year was the first year that we were under 10,000. So we went from 12,500, our all-time high a decade ago, to under 10,000.
That reason is not for what you would typically expect.
Is the data goes up and down, it is tied inversely to the economy. Well, whenever the economy tends to struggle, our number of officials go up. Maybe they've lost their job altogether, and even for maybe a 5 or 6 month period, maybe officiating is the one thing that's kind of keeping them afloat.
He said the hardest part is retaining the officials through the first 3 years. One of the biggest changes they're instituting is the addition of a mentoring program.
We found that those that have a good mentor tend to get them through those first 3 years. When they're out refereeing that 7th or 8th grade game and dealing with that lunatic 8th grade coach, they can, again, get a hold of their mentor and say, hey, today went terrible. Here's what happened. What advice do you have for me? You know, it's funny, after every weekend that I would umpire baseball, as I was generally texting on my phone at the airport waiting for my flight home to different officiating buddies around the country to see how their assignment went. You know, everything go okay this weekend? How was this coach? How was that coach? Officiating, it's a pretty tight network of people. And again, that to me, whenever I do retire and get off the field, that will be the hardest thing. It's that group of friends, that group of colleagues that I'll probably miss the most.
In East Lansing, for Spartan News, I'm David Greenberg.